Let's bow in. Ready stance. All right, first thing we're gonna do is fall back. So what we're gonna do is real simple. I have this line on the floor to make sure that my stance is getting completely switched. I want you guys to be holding yourself to the same thing. Every time we switch, you're gonna be right in line. So we're gonna go all the way across, make sure your guard stays up. So we're gonna switch. Switch me all the way turn, getting on your toes, making sure you're committed all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. If you're on a second story, make sure your neighbors aren't being harassed by your jumping, by making sure your muscles are soaking up the energy. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Max it up. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit different. We're going to go a sparring stance. We're going to touch, switch, touch, switch. We're going to be a little more open. So our back foot could potentially come up for a kick. We have that space. All right. So we're going to do, make sure when we touch, we switch, we have that kick available from our back foot. All right. So we're going to level, switch, level, switch, level, switch, level, switch, level, switch, level, switch.
Remember, I need to get into your stuff. Why can't we just hold it in on stuff? Why? Because they won't need your stuff.
And
They don't have to see.
all right. Next work, we're gonna go some core work. Come down, backwards bicycle. What you're gonna do, make sure you're pressing your back into the floor. You're extending your foot out very close to the floor. The floor comes back the whole time. Your shoulders and your head are off the ground, and your legs are taking turns. Train your knees over your hips so your lower back can stay on the floor. All right, backwards bicycle starts now. And time. All right, next one, we're gonna get the shoulders a little more warmed up. I'm gonna make sure everybody got in the room that wanted. Okay, so we're gonna do variation on a push-up, not a whole push-up. You gotta hold your shoulders, your body in place like a regular push-up. So that means a whole body working as a team. So we're going to be in push-up position. We're going to look at the ceiling and come back. Look at the ceiling and come back. What we're trying not to do is get out of control and bounce or lose our footing. Well, people keep jumping in. There we go. All right. So now, when you're in position, I'm going to use the lines on the floor to demonstrate. The feet are not next to each other. They're kind of wide for stability. We want to be creating a whole body teamwork. So we're going to have our eyes up. We're going to point, come back. Point, come back. All right. And go. And relax. All right, so the next one. All right, so now we're gonna work on combo number 9. today's focus is going to be making sure that it all makes perfect sense. And higher belts, those alternate kicks. When you get back to hitting one of these Wave Masters in here, it's going to be wore out the first week from all you guys having better kicks, right? So we're going to make sure we understand what that first strike is all about. I've got the starburst under my feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as my starting spot where my front foot is. So when I slide forward, I'm going to this line. I'm going to straight. This leg is pushing my way. Watch my foot. I'm going to pick it up just a little bit. My back foot can get me there. So that's what we're going to work on right now. Got to keep that guard up. Some people will just do this. Guess what happens? They get kicked right about there. All right. So as we reach out, we can just reach out, but we got to move our center. My back leg's going to push us there, just like that, right? So round one, we're just going to do a little bit of straight out. This is everybody's staying job here, right? So here we go. And striking, slide back. Make sure you're driving from the back leg. Boom, come back. Boom, come back. Boom, come back. Up the line, up that distance. How much distance do you get out of one little push off that back leg? I'm gonna change angles for you guys. Again, I pick up that foot just a little bit. You can't even see it. Back foot gets you there, right? Get you there. That back push, right? All the way back. All the way back out. Keeping that guard up. Your shin behind that shoulder. That straight line is yours if you take it. All right, so now, what's the second move? I'm going to start back here so you guys can see what's happening on the second move. I'm going to be on this line. Slide forward. Right? Now, are they still here? We're going to drive with that back foot. Again, that guard up. So, we're going to start from the second move on this one. Our hand is up. Our hand is up here. Our guard is up. Our strike is out. As this comes back, we push forward, right? So I don't run out of camera space. I'm going to back up. Right, so this is out. Pushing off this back foot, picking this one up very slightly. Comes out, right? There's a lot of that. We've already driven forward. We're going to drive forward again, right? One, right, like that. So we got a one and our two. Pushing forward, right? Pushing. Right. All back legs, front legs kind of just along for the ride. But it's your brake. You lift the brake off. There you go, right? There you go. All right, move from this side a little bit. This one is our first strike. Second one, covering a whole lot of ground. You got a teamwork. That foot and this hand, already a national team. Let's make them a better team. Right? All right, so now, what's the next move in R2D2? R2, it's a D. Wait, no, it's a 3. That coming around the corner. So I'm going to do this one straight on. So we're throwing the 2, and 3 is next. We're standing right here. We're welcoming a counter attack to be easy to hit us with. So as we come in on the straight line, we're going to use our hip, come out a little bit, change our attack. Right? Again, our back leg is driving this. Right? Our front leg can be defensive. Our back leg can drive the engine. Right? So we have our reverse. We're going to drive this hand back, return our guard as we come around. So I'm going to back up to the middle of the starburst. This is where 2 is aiming to land this area here, right over the center. We're going to push out, bring energy to that center, just the same. So here we go, nice and smooth. Oh, come back. So reaching out, come back. Reaching out, boom. We're twisting that hip, right? So coming out, boom, coming around. Hands up, and bring that arm around. You're looking over your arm like you're a vampire. Afraid of people seeing your teeth, right? If you can see your face in the mirror when you do this, that's not working out for your face in the long run, right? So we're let's do it this way so you can see the hip real quick. Go behind it, a straight punch, right in front of you, hands up, don't get kicked. So we have the hook in here, and they're very close. I want to move my center, my face away from their action. I might drop back to throw that. If you're working with a Wave Master, heavy bag, a pad holder that doesn't back up, you're going to need this movement. Right? So again, we threw our 3 really close. We're going to shift and drive from our toes to that punch. This is another one to practice ripping that paper. It's a very powerful one. If you get it good, you're going to rip that paper real quick. All right, so we're here. We're throwing our paper. We're going to hold that paper up there. We're going to drop our foot back, rip that paper. This hip is just pivoting right now because you're so close from this hip. Drop that hip back, move that strike. So here, here, all right? So from here, here. So it could be body shot, head shot, could be head shot, body shot. That hip and that foot into your punch. It's almost the same mechanics of the stationary Superman punch. A Superman punch, the body is pushing out to get that power. You're finding it on the floor, and that's going to be devastating to be hit by. I'm doing my switch kick. I want to use the center of the starburst as our action point. If I'm too close, I switch back to reach in and be at a distance I would like to be at for the next exchange, not in the pocket continuously. So we're on the center line here. There are 2, 4, 3. We want to get out of hand range, shift back, throw the kick. So since we're working at 3 and at 2 with the dig today, we're going to work on getting ourselves out of the pocket, shoot back, throw the kick, recover your distance. And we're going to assume that we finish right here because we're working just on the kick. We're going to switch foot, change our distance, throw the kick. Now I'm going straight back almost on the same axis as this, but I got here from this angle. So it's not exactly the same, right? So we're here for that R2D2 switch kick, right? So let's do a few, right? So we're in here, throwing the 2, we'll switch out, pop, come back. Throwing the 2, we're gonna bring this guard up, don't drop it. Bring it back, while the hands are up, the kick. All right, we're gonna do a few more right here. Switch back, throw the kick. Right? So straight out, back, throw the kick. Back, throw the kick. This angle, I'm switching out a little bit, be off center. All right. Okay, so now wide arch and elbows. This your set. Make each piece meaningful. That push step, if it gets there, that punch is going to be devastating, right? Strike again with that 2, coming around the corner, shifting as we pursue, angle it out, boom, recover. Notice I did the same exact combo. 1, 2, 3, 2, switch kick, but I'm not in the same place because I'm working at an angle to which I'd be chasing a person or a pad holder. Switch our stance. We're just switching for a round kick. We're trying to get closer. My foot is on this side of that line. So if we're doing a switch kick, and we're just doing a switch round or a switch front or a switch knee, this foot stays on this side of the center so you can get that knee strike or foot strike or the front kick out there, right? But if we're going to reverse or spin, when we switch, we're going to cross the center line, right? And right. When we drill this one, I'm going to go a little bit on this angle here so you guys can see the speed at which you want to be able to throw it. You don't want to get caught with your back to your partner, right? If you're sparring, they're going to get you in the back of the head at the very least. They're going to score on a body shot when you're not looking. So you can't land and then do it if you're sparring. What you do have to do is practice it enough that you're not hanging out with your back to your sparring partners. And then you won't be hanging out with your back to an opponent in a tournament either, right? Bad news, they just kick you in the back of the head. You didn't even see who did it. Maybe the ref kicked you. You don't know. Don't turn your back. But spin and throw reverses with your eyes on. Gotta get your head around and get your kick there. So when we slow it down to practice, you switch, 1, find your target, 2, kick, rechamber, recover your stance. All right? And all those many, many steps. But rechambering should be your go-to. You should already be doing that by green belt, right? Right. Okay. So we switch. We have our target in our eyes. We find our target with our eyes. Throw the kick. We recover our distance. Right? We break it out even slower. Switch. target, chamber, execute, rechamber, recover the stance. Remember, practice being smooth before practice being fast. So the same rule applies. We're doing combo number 9 still. 1, 2, 3, 2. Switch, spin, hook kick, return. Right? So you want to have no hesitation. You want that to be accurate and useful and safe to do with your training partners. The spin is a commit. So if they go this way, I don't have to. I could have been thinking about doing a round kick and not brought my foot across the line. I know they're going over here. So that hook kick can still be applied without crossing over, but you have to know where they're going. So if they did not telegraph evading to the outside of your switch, so I got across too big and they're over here already, you're gonna change it to a side kick if you follow through with the compliment. So by the time you're throwing this hook kick, you hopefully are reading that maybe you should throw a side kick in the middle of your setup, depending on where they move. But let's make sure the hook kick is correct. So if we want to use it, we're good at it, right? So we're going to switch, bring that across. We're still targeting. I'm looking at our target, and across. Right? Now we're talking spin. We're going to go all the way back and move out. Spin comes all the way around, so you're not as committed to getting close. If you do the reverse, chances are you could land before them. You don't recover your stance. In the spin, you're going to be coming all the way back, and you can recover your distance. So while the spin is a bigger commitment, it gives you more room to recover if it didn't work. Right? So, I'm going to switch, turn our hips, look for a target, bring it across. Right? Now, okay, so we got a tactical get up. Right? So we get up. And we got our 1, right? What did I do my push step? No, we got to do everything we just practiced while we do it. So I'm going to start out right here. We're going to get up. We're going to pop up, get up, and we got our push and our first move, right? Down, up. We're going to push, push, and then get up. We're going to get up, push, push, dig, get down, pop up. Push, push, dig. Right, remember that dig on that turn. We hit the ground again. We get up, push, push, dig, power, and. Right. So again, then one last one. All right, don't leave that out. Okay, so that will be 5 rounds, your best time, just like chimichanga.
Master B.
So it's 5 rounds. Okay.
How long do we do it for combo number 12 on the tactical get-ups?
Oh, you see, what you're trying to do is do the whole set as fast as you can. So it's how long does it take you to do each get-up, add each move, till you've done the whole thing, and then do it 5 times to get your best time. All right. So does that make sense? It shouldn't take very long, but can you get it under 20 seconds? Can you do it under 40 seconds? If you're doing the spin hook or the reverse side, it might take you longer. So maybe do some round kick ones, do some hook ones, do some side kick ones, and see how fast you can get going. Does everybody understand? Does that make sense now, guys?
Sure.
All right. Now, you don't need to send me a video of you guys doing it. Send me your time. I know what you're supposed to do, and I know you're going to hold yourselves to account for good technique, good solid strikes and kicks, right? And then we'll know what everybody's times are. I want to see what everybody's capable out there this week. And next week, we're going to have a similar assignment.
How do we
All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Master B, how do we send it to you?
Just tag it in the bottom of the link to this class on Facebook, or you can just send it back on the email that the link to this came in. So there's 2 ways. The ways you got to this class are the ways to communicate back to me. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off right now. I got another class in a few minutes for the bigger people. All right, guys, have a good night, and let me see those times.